Hello and welcome to Bonus Boys. This time we've got it definitely planned, and this is what we intended to do about it. Definitely didn't get chopped out of the Homestuck episode. Zodiac quiz. So Andrew Hussey put up an official quiz on his website to determine your aspect and your zodiac sign. And Alex and I thought it would be a good idea.
Yeah, I thought it was a shitty idea.
Alex had absolutely no choice in the matter to take this test. And so we'll just go ahead and get right on into it.
This is the least important thing in the world.
I agree, but I have to do it. So, Alex, I'm going to read off the first question, and then you can read off the second one. Question number one. Some people on the internet are negatively discussing something you hold dear. You can just let it slide, or you can get in there and defend it with your life. How do you respond, assuming you're an overly emotional 16-year-old and not a normal person?
See, my favorite thing about that is they're discussing something negatively. So you have two options. Let it slide or defend it with your life. You can't just speak up or even just talk about it. It has to specifically be defend it with your life. But I sorry, I actually look at these answers because I wasn't giving a shit.
I was going to say, Alex, that's literally what half of these. There's A,
I
which
jump
is
in. D.
there's the two extremes. One, you puss out, you leave it alone, and I'll rejoin the conversation when the topic has passed, which seems really bad to me. Like, oh man, they're talking about something I like, and I don't want to deal with someone not. So you just peace out. That seems odd. And then the other side, like, no one if you jump up on as I quoted here, jump up on a hill to die for the things you like. Like, I get it's an over exaggeration, but also like, come on.
Well, what I was going to say is D is really funny to me. I jump in and defend a thing, stating why I like it and why their criticism is wrong. But I won't take it too far.
I think you would probably be D.
What? I don't give a fuck. I don't bother defending things. I bother shitting on other things. Like, I don't defend Team Fortress 2 versus Overwatch. I just shit on Overwatch really, really hard and compare everything to Overwatch. Example, playing Team Fortress 2 again with all my friends because they're done with Overwatch right now. It's just, I'll do the Kongaton and say, look at all this fun we're having. We'd be banned in Overwatch right now. So I'm not defending Team Fortress 2. I'm just shitting on Overwatch every chance I get. So I would be the friend on the internet negatively discussing something you hold dear.
So you're the evil one. So you're being you're being D. You're telling someone else that their criticism is wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with D. Maybe you are right. So let's go to number 2. All right, because all we know is that whoever wrote that question is not right in the head. Next one.
Hold on. For my answer, I'm gonna go with B, where I'll stay out of it, except to tell them where they're dumb and wrong. Because outside of it, I don't care if you if someone comes up and says, "Hey, Homestuck is," or someone just like, "Oh man, TF2 is shit because of XYZ." I'm like, "Well, okay, now hold up, hold it right there. TF2 is shit because of these reasons, not those reasons." So I'm B. I stay out of it for the most part, except possibly to correct some factual errors I might notice, which could be negatively influencing their view of the thing I like.
I like how awful that still sound. Like, all of those answers suck
right?
ass.
They
that
sound
makes you
really
sound so pompous. Like,
I know, it's great.
You can have your own opinion, and you pat him on the head. Let me tell you where you're wrong. Okay, so number 2. You're all set to cook dinner when you realize you are missing a couple of key ingredients from the recipe you're using. What do? Do you A, toss out the recipe and completely wing it? B, find a different recipe that you have all the ingredients for? C, it honestly depends on what I'm cooking. If it's something I've made before, etc., etc. D, follow the recipe but make a couple substitutions using it as a guideline. Or E, go to the store and get the ingredients you're missing. What's the point of having a recipe at all if you don't follow it? This is actually a lot less of a shitty question. I kind of like this one.
Yeah, I went with E because I have literally done that where I got home like, fuck. If this recipe is for tuna helper and I only have chicken, guess I'm gonna go buy some tuna. I ain't gonna make a substitution and have this taste like shit. It's like when I get directions to drive somewhere. If I ever disobey Papa Google, I end up in I'm fucking lost. I have no idea where I'm going. I had 30 minutes onto my drive.
See, I would also be E because I've had that actually happen to me. Once upon a time, in the magical years of my youth, I was making spaghetti. I opened the pantry and realized, oh shit, I don't have any Parmesan cheese. And the pasta was still cooking. Or spaghetti, whatever, same shit. I fucking get on my bike and book it to the Walmart, buy some cheese, and then come back, and then it was just in time to finish the spaghetti and then eat it with my newly bought Parmesan cheese.
Hold on a second, Alex. You left boiling water in an unattended apartment to go get Parmesan cheese?
No, it was not in an apartment. This was in my youth before when I still lived in Illinois. The Walmart was like legit just across the street.
Okay, I was about to say.
You remember that house where we could walk to that GameStop past that hole in the fence at Target?
Yeah.
Remember how close we were?
Through the Target line.
Yeah, but like Walmart was right next door to that place. Like it was that close by. I could bike there and back in like 5 minutes. So like it wasn't a big deal.
You left boiling water on there, you fucking goofus.
Well,
yeah, so we're both
no. Hold up. I actually left boiling water on and fell asleep once and came back and took a nap for like an hour. Came back and the pot was like searing red. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And turned it off and just kind of let it cool off.
One time my mom boiled eggs, fell asleep, and the eggs exploded because they got so hot.
I remember I was boiling water to make ramen noodles. I do this a lot. I was playing the Kaneki Man fan game Muscle Fight, which was like a mutant game. And then I'm like, was I doing something? I played for like 2 hours. I come back. I'm like, where the fuck did the water go? Because it just boiled and evaporated away.
Where'd the water go? Better go to the store and get some more water.
Anyway, so yeah, we're both E. Next question.
Question number 3. How do you feel meeting online friends in person for the first time?
You're getting all the good ones.
I know, it's good. Only excited. We already know and like each other. Nothing to worry about. B. Quite positive. Things are probably gonna go fine. C. Good. But you'll see how things go. Hard to say until you've met someone. D. A bit nervous. You like him and are looking forward to it, in theory, but can't shake the sense of social apprehension anytime you meet someone new. E. Anxious. Even though you've gotten along online, you can't help but worry how it'll go in person.
So, I'm a guy who's already lived this and met a lot of my online friends in real life. The first thing I think is, boy, I hope they don't fucking embarrass me somehow.
Oh, Alex, remember that time I wore a Make America Great Again hat to the Miku concert?
I remember that time you cosplayed as a fucking Homestuck character at PAX.
Listen, alright. Shut
or
up.
like when I went to the fucking the brothel with my buddy. The only thing I thought of is, man, I hope we don't get lost and I somehow fuck this up. I didn't give a shit about him. I just wanted to look good. Because if anything went wrong, I would never live it down, you know? See, the thing is that I don't care. I just care what we're doing. I would go with like either A or B, because they're more or less the same thing, just different varying degrees of like acceptance. Because I already know these guys, I don't really care. They're my friends that I've known forever. I trust them for the most part. Because, like, they're nerds. What are they gonna fucking do? What are they gonna do? Rape me? Like, I'll be fine.
You got strong kicking legs.
I'm gonna go with B, only because I don't care that much about my friends. As I'm a very good friendship kind of guy. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, here he is. High five and put on some sunglasses. It's time to go to Miku Expo. I'm just like, hey, buddy, let's go to fucking Miku Expo already. I'm fucking hungry.
Now, for me, so I went with A. Because here's how... Alright, so I met up with Dan, Michael, and I guess Tim. Because I don't remember if me and Tim were living in... Or if we were roommates yet or not. But it was a revival meetup. But Matt wasn't there because he lives in, like, fucking Missouri or some shit. But we, drove 5.5 hours to go to an hour-and-a-half long concert. I see Dan, or no, the first thing they said was, what's up, you meme-loving fuck? And then I popped my trunk and said, hey, you want a spicy mango Mountain Dew? I kept them in my trunk because I wouldn't let that shit in my car. But yeah, A, because we just didn't give a fuck.
Okay. 4. You're having a hard time grasping a topic in a class that everyone else seems to be fine with. I really get all the shitty ones. A. Raise your hand immediately to straighten things out. You probably just misheard or tuned out after a few questions. B. Lean over and ask a friend. They'd probably be happy to explain it to you. C. Email the professor or attend their office hours. No point interrupting the class. D. Do research on your own. You're more than capable of figuring this out. And E. Do some thinking and surmise, I guess. I don't fucking school. That the class and the professor are wrong about this topic. You still memorize the answers for the test, though. Okay, well, E is obviously the worst one.
E is the meme answer that they put in there.
Okay, so
Shit, this one's actually kind of a little difficult. I'm gonna go with A because that's the only one I've actually done. I've emailed a professor, but never about the topics in class. I've just been like, hey, so how does the heart work again? And then she's like, oh, well, you see, it goes into this thing, and that goes from this, this to the ventricle, to then out here, it comes back. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. And I ended up, because it was a confusing topic. And because I wasn't, super socially anxious about raising my hand in class, like this test seems to think I am, I'm not projecting. I just told them, and then it was like, oh, and then everyone got a better explanation of it.
okay, so for me, I didn't go to college, so I don't know how different it is compared to high school. But for high school, I slept through a lot of classes like an asshole. I think I've told the famous story of when I fell asleep in English, right?
And you just woke up and gave the correct answer, like, shh, look,
No. That was math in freshman year of high school. That was my math teacher hated the shit out of me because I would never get. I actually fell asleep. She slams my. It was like a fucking cartoon. I swear to God. She slaps my fucking desk. Slams it. Sorry. And she's like, "All right, Alex, what's the answer to this question?" And I'm like waking up one. She just looks me dead, like it's right in my face and says, "Lucky guess," and then leaves. And my friend next to me is like, "Holy shit, dude!" But no, in English class in senior year, because in senior year I only one day out of those 200 days you go to school had homework, so I didn't care about anything, and I would just sleep through many of my classes. I would stay up all night playing Dota or something because Dota was big right now. In 2013 and 2012 or whatever the fuck I was doing this goddamn high school shit. And then I would just sleep in class. I would play games all night and sleep during school. I had my priorities straight. I fell asleep during English class. I used the book as a cushion, as a pillow. And my teacher was pissed at me. So what he did was, we have 5 minutes to get to each class. So when there was 1 minute left, woke me up and said, "Hey, Alex, you better hurry to your next class." I'm like, son of a bitch. And I fucking had my leg was fucking asleep, and I had to limp my ass all the way down the fucking stairs to go to goddamn class. I made it, by the way.
Alex, are you a fucking cartoon character? Because that's a cartoon plot line.
I know, right? But it happened. I swear, and when he shares this shitty story about my fucking dad, I am a movie star. That's why I choose to stay out here and try to avoid all that shit. I don't want attention anymore. I don't want to do this fucking quiz because it's stupid. Anyway, I'm gonna do D. Anyway, D. I'm gonna do research on my own because I'm more capable of figuring this out. I guess? Question mark? Because I didn't go to college.
So, question 5: you start taking lessons to learn something you wanted to for a while, whether it's a language class, art class, bartending lesson, whatever, something you're interested in. But decide a few weeks in that it's definitely not your thing. You decide to stick it out though. Why?
That's a decent question.
You never know, it might grow on you. You spent money and time on this already, I'm gonna finish it. It's already on your schedule for the next couple of weeks, you don't want to move stuff around. D, you aren't a quitter. If you dedicate yourself to something, you are going to do it, doesn't matter how hard it is. E, if you stop, it means that you didn't like this thing as much as you thought you did, which means you don't know yourself the way you thought you did, which is unacceptable.
So, I actually like this question for one thing, is that it expects a lot out of me and says that you're not a quitter. Every single one of these things is about accepting the reason, it is sticking it out, right? You just have various reasons of why you do it. And I kind of like that, honestly, because I think a lot of people would just take the quitting answer if it was available to them.
There's kind of a quitting answer on C, where it's it's already on my schedule, whatever.
Well, yeah, but you're still doing it. No matter what answer you pick, you're still sticking it out and getting this thing done. It's just your reasoning behind it. This isn't a question about how you do your work. It's a question actually about motivation. That's actually pretty sneaky. I like that. So I'm gonna go with B, or there's not a secret option F where it's if I fucking quit, my friends are gonna laugh at me. See what I just mentioned earlier with the brothel thing of if I fail here, I'll never live it down. So I had to make sure I looked good. But I'm going to go with B because it's the closest thing to my ego.
Now for me, I'm going to go
Actually, no,
with
D, sorry. D's more ego.
Yeah, I'm not a quitter. I'm going to go with E. Because that's actually actually pretty close to how I would go about it. Where it's like, fuck. Well, it's like when I was making the game maker stuff. This podcast only exists because I flipped a coin. Heads, I was going to work on game maker stuff. Tails, I was going to do a podcast. So, you're welcome.
I thought it was because I told you to give up in the most, like, anti-heroic speech about quitting.
But yeah, if I stopped, that means I didn't like this thing as much as I thought I did. Which means I didn't know myself the way I did, which isn't right. That's not. I know myself. I read this as I know myself, and I know that I want to do this thing, so I'm going to keep trying to get it through. So that's why I'm choosing E, because I know that I like this thing, and I'm going to keep trying to succeed in it in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, next question. When you're on holiday, do you prefer to leave your itinerary mostly up to chance, or do you plan it out ahead of time? A. No planning, it's a holiday. Who wants a schedule? B. You plan out a few key things but mostly play it by ear. C. You can go either way, depends on the situation, where you're going, etc. D. Having a few things left open is fun, but for the most part you like to plan it. Or E. Thorough planning, hard to relax unless most things are considered in advance.
Now for me, I've only been on a few holidays, like real talk, and I'm going to go with A. If I'm going on vacation, the last time I took vacation days from work, it was April 10th through April 15th of 2016, and whoops-a-daisy. So I didn't have anything planned for that one except for yelling at Homestuck, and that's pretty much what I did there. But I didn't plan that ahead of time. I planned to just be like, oh, sweet, Homestuck's going to end, and it's going to be great. And then I'll just have a few days to kind of kick back, maybe play some Rayman Legends, whatever. So A for me. I don't plan shit on a holiday because I'm relaxing.
See, for me, I do B. Yeah, plan a few key things out, but mostly play it by ear. Example would be like, oh man, I have an extended work weekend. I'm going to work on beating this game this weekend. Then I don't do it because I was too busy playing some shitty MMO or MOBA with my friends. So, I have a plan, but I don't really care if I do it or not because it's not really that important, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with B. Next question.
I do get all the great questions.
Honestly, man.
A friend of yours and someone you don't know are caught up in a heated argument. They've asked you for help to facilitate. You want to support your friend, but after hearing both sides, you agree with the stranger. How do you choose who to support? A, you side with your friend all the way because friendship is more important than the truth. B, you highlight anything about your friend's side that you do agree with and tactfully don't mention the rest. C, you look for a neutral angle that supports both sides in different ways. D, you delicately disagree with your fragile friend while doing everything you can to still support them. E, you fully side with the stranger. The truth is important even if it risks hurting friendship. Now, this question just makes the assumption that if you, like... Who's your friend that actually likes Overwatch?
Aaron.
Aaron. So, if Aaron's like, man, I really love Overwatch, I'd just be like, nah. Like this question makes the assumption that if you side against your friend, it's going to destroy them. Like, what? What? You can tell me, like, I love Homestuck. You can tell me Homestuck is shit. I'll be like, okay, that's fine. We're still friends. I'm not going to disown you because you don't like a thing that I'm not going to disown you because you don't like D&D. So I'm gonna go with E. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, if I agree with someone, I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, they're making good points. You're being dumb. Like, think logically. Don't be a little bitch, baby.
See, much like that previous question, I am the stranger in the heated argument. I'll just be like, man, Overwatch is such shit. All you do is just surround you, have all your ultimates. Even if you're not shooting things, the ultimates generate over time. So even if you're holding them out for 3 minutes, the last 30 seconds are the only ones that matter. Whoop-de-fuckity-doo. Then I'll play Team Fortress 2 and I'll taunt as, like, the engineer and start doing the banjo. I'm like, look at this, Aaron. Look how much fun I'm having. Can't get this in Overwatch. Oh, know what? I'm sorry. I picked the engineer. I shouldn't play him. I don't want to get banned after all. Oh, woo. I obviously don't really give that much of a shit. It's just all in good fun. If I actually cared, I wouldn't really, like, hang with him, you know? Like, he's a great guy, and I love arguing about him with Overwatch and shit. And hopefully he also understands my playful nature with it, too. Because I don't hate him. I hate the game, you know? He can.
Yeah, you hate the game, not the player.
He can like it all he fucking wants, but it just I'm gonna shit on it all I want.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going with E, because if anyone would argue, I would just be like, yeah, fuck Overwatch, haha.
So Alex, you get this question. This question's actually pretty good. This is the final.
All right, the last one, number 8. Occho Octavius, 8th Night of 8. You have a very important message to write over email or some other text communication method. It's a sensitive matter, difficult to compose, possibly of an emotional or confrontational nature. When you're done writing, you're about to hit the send button. What next? You click immediately. Better to get it over with and done quickly. B, not just yet. You give it one more read, maybe change a couple of things, then send away. C, after giving another read, you decide to take some time and come back to it later with fresh eyes. Maybe you have a friend read it too before sending. D, save a draft. You decide to sleep on it. When you look at it again, you might have a second thought about sending, or you might rewrite it altogether. And E, you save a draft to revisit later, but when you do, you start to agonize, maybe rewrite once or twice, but doubts continue to creep. Past experience tells you you have a decent chance you may just never send it. So, this is actually a pretty interesting question, because it also assumes that you're just a gigantic fucking loser who can't argue about Overwatch to your friend. It's just like you watch that Cliff guy. You watch those other videos I can't remember off the top of my head because I just watched so many of them. You watch Saber Spark from his clickbait videos. You watch all these highly opinionated videos. You start mashing your keys. You type up this huge giant argument of why Overwatch is shit, and you just think of, yeah, but Reese has got a pretty cute butt. I can't really send it like this. Maybe just a little bit. I do like Overwatch, and you just delete it all. See, I double down. No matter how cute she is, I will send shit everywhere in every direction. I will like spray and pray. You know, Twitch's fucking alt in League where he just closes his eyes and starts firing. I'll just fire everywhere. And if Aaron gets hit by a couple of my arguments, who cares? I don't care. I'm venting. I'm angry at Overwatch and at Jeff.
And you are A.
But yes, I would definitely be A. Get it over with it quickly.
Now I am C. Because here's what I do. So I'm reading this as more of, because if it's about because this is something pretty important, something confrontational that someone doesn't agree with, I'm going to look it over, make sure that I'm making a solid point, or if it's something like something, if it's something really important that if I send it, I can't like edit it and do it over again. I'll have like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Look this over for me real quick. Do you agree with this? Like, is this the proper way to go about it? Just to make sure, And yeah, I'm C.
Okay.
That's what I have to give it a
so
quick
giving
read.
a quick read is a good idea, though. Hold on, I want to stay on this topic for a little bit because I have a couple of fun things to say about it. So, fucking. One thing you should do if you are rereading it, make sure there's no typos, because if you're in a heated argument and you have one typo, your entire argument is now invalid, because everyone will just point out your typo.
Ha! You almost got me with that really strong opinion, but you just made a typo. Bad mistake, chump.
Pretty much. But, when it comes to things that, like, okay, when it comes to these kinds of confrontational things, maybe I don't give much of a shit, because most of the things that are confrontational with my friends are very unimportant. So, like, let's say there's some hot internet drama in my Discord. Like, oh man, X player is bad at the game and doesn't do well, and the good player on Y doesn't like that very much. And so I'm stuck in the middle as X or Z playing both sides of the argument. And I'm just like, man, this doesn't fucking matter. You have the boss and the grunt not getting along. I don't care. None of this matters. It don't matter. None of this matters. I'm playing Warframe. I'm making Fieldtron. I don't care. It don't matter. None of this matters.
All right, Alex, go ahead and hit submit.
Oh, let me actually pick. All right. Submit.
So my lunar sway is Prospect. What is yours?
Durst.
Fucking do it.
Well, yeah, I'm a fucking little asshole.
Called that shit years ago.
Well, yeah, I'm an asshole. It's your fucking point.
Okay, and now I just realized the rest of these there's a whole bunch of aspect ones, so we're not going to read the answers off now because that's going to make this take forever.
Holy shit! Yeah, this is long as hell.
So Prospect, intuitive, flexible, accepting, live in the moment. I adapt to situations as needed. I'm nihilistic. I got a wicked sense of humor. I like to solve problems with creativity. It's fucking great.
Durst dreamers are skeptical, restless, and prone to rebellion, valuing rational thought and calculation. Tips Fedora. They tend to know themselves better than they know the world around them, finding it difficult to live in the moment. You will learn more about what it means to be a Durst dreamer when you see their final results of your test. I shouldn't have read that last part.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. None of this matters. So next part here, we're going to determine our aspect. Now, I said a long, long time ago in a I think it was a bonus boys. I don't know. I got so many boys I can't keep track anymore. But I said one of them that my aspect was Knight of Life, and Aleks was Prince of Blood. That's what I'm guessing. So we're gonna go through these a little bit faster. We're just not gonna read A through E. We're just gonna say the answer that we go with. So, first question. Think about your life as if it's a story, and you're the main protagonist. Holy shit, imagine if you weren't the main protagonist of your whole life. Holy.
Well, luckily for me, from all of my life stories, I am the main character in a shitty sitcom.
So, do you tend to view yourself as a lone hero who along the way meets other supporting characters who only have a tangential relation to your personal journey? Or do you view yourself as just one hero in an ever-shifting ensemble of important protagonists? Oh, wow. Yeah. So, let's go with...
Well, let's see. If you say loner, then clearly this podcast is over.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm going B. Like, I'm an important person in my life, but there's also people that are important. No one ever overshadows me because I'm the best.
Well, are you saying of, like, as important to the story as you, or just, like, as, like, almost as, like, important to you? Or is this, like, as you or, like, to you? Because if it's to me, I don't really care about a lot of people because I've moved 30 times and said goodbye to a lot of friends that you just kind of don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, you're a loner hero. You're a lone wolf, Aleks. And us lone wolves, we gotta stick together.
I'm gonna go with B because not always. I have your stupid ass with me.
I would say you're an A, honestly.
Because I still have a lot of friends that I hang out with. I'm just not sad if I have to leave them for other ones because I'm used to that kind of thing.
I guess so.
Like, and one thing I like about my fucking internet friends over most of my real life friends when I was, like, mostly growing up is that, like, because I would always fucking move for one reason or the next, whatever my parents were, goddamn squabbling about this time. I was just being taken along for the ride, is that while I always had to say goodbye to whatever my friends I had at that school, or my whatever best friend that was, like, before you, because I've had plenty of Tads before I met you, Tad. And,
wow, rude.
Yeah, and before I say goodbye to them, my internet friends were always there, because I could just pick up the computer and take it over here, now they're still there. Which let me bond with them a little more than others. So, like, I would either go with B or C, because while I am an asshole and do like being around myself, I do enjoy my friends. I'm just, like, they're not, like, my life. They're very important, but I'm okay with leaving them for others because I know it's just, like, the way it works.
I guess that's fair.
There's a little mature thing right there. There's how my eyes were opened growing up.
All right, go ahead and read off question 2.
When you want to help people accomplish something and they don't know what they're doing, are you inclined to show them how to do it, or are you inclined to make them feel motivated or inspired to do it? That's a job application question right there. I like that. So, I would lead the way showing them, because you can't just tell them how to do it. Showing them how to do it is a better way to, like don't just say, like, oh, put that up there, or whatever. You like, do the motion and, like, show them how to do it. It helps them out. But they have to learn it themselves, though. Like, you can't do everything. So, like, you have to kind of do a mixture of both. Otherwise, they simply will never learn. Because if you do it, they'll be too used to you doing it. But if you force them to do the whole thing, they'll simply resent you for not giving them any help whatsoever. So I'm going to go with, like, B, where it leans towards showing them, but they still need to learn some on their own.
I'm going to go with D, leaning towards motivating them, because I will tell someone, I've had people, mention me, send emails, like, hey, I really love this, I love podcasts, can you help me with setting one up? And I'll be like, hey, yeah, here's a bunch of advice. If you need any help, here's some of these videos that I watched. feel free to send me some of your stuff. I'll take a look at it and tell you if you're doing something pretty well or not. I won't actively do everything for them because 1, I'm lazy. 2, I don't have the time. And 3, I think you learn more by just like getting them started and then being a repository for like, hey, I'm stuck on this thing. Here's a little bit of what I do. Here's some help there. So I'm going to go with D, leaning towards motivating them.
Ooh, 3's a good one. Read that shit.
When you're learning about a new subject or reading a fascinating story, do you feel a strong desire to know everything about it and have all your questions answered? Or are you more compelled to be inspired by the feelings of mystery surrounding not knowing everything?
Well, shit.
I am... Wow. Yeah, D? I'm okay not having all answers. Sense of mystery is really, really fun. It's why I gave a shit about Homestuck. I just also prefer it to not throw a lost at me, where it doesn't give you satisfactory answers or the story goes to shit and everything dies. So I love that sense of mystery. Like, oh shit, what's going on? Who knows? Whackity smackity do. Same with like deepest lore stuff in video games. I don't necessarily want to know why this pillar in Dark Souls is so important and why the engravings on here relate to the first Gwyn Lord Cinder Boy. Like, I don't care. I'm okay with just the cool mystery. I don't want to go super fucking Matthew Patthew on this.
See, I am B. I'm very curious and drawn toward looking, and I really like looking things up. But I would never say I'm obsessive about it, because, like, I know crap loads of wild lore, like we did the wild lore episode, but I don't know absolutely everything. I'm not a whiz kid. I just like it a lot and like looking up into it, and it's really fun to learn. Like despite I slept through school because school is uninteresting. Oh, but wild lore, that's some real shit for the history books. And like, I slept in like English class. I didn't care, but like I was always attentive for like history and stuff because I really like learning about like the world and stuff. So like, if the topic suits me, like the question says, I'll be B. I'll look into it and really like what I'm doing, but I'm not gonna tad Homestuck, and tell everyone about it and grab me and start shaking me to read it and care about it. I'm just gonna kind of do it on my own. Anyway, question 4. When you hear someone explaining something to someone else in a way that is questionable or in a way that makes you suspect they don't fully understand the subject they are explaining, are you more inclined to teach them everything you know about the subject to set the record straight, or just cast doubt on the information without offering much in the way of correction?
So someone is wrong about TF2, or someone is wrong about Homestuck. I am going to jump right in and I'm going to give them the business. I'm A. I'm going to jump right in and set the record straight on everything.
Yeah, I'll be A too. I just say argue about Overwatch, and somehow I brought up facts, and by facts I mean highly more opinionated things of people who also dislike the game and their reasoning for it. I actually do tend to research my my hatred for things immensely. Like my research for the loot boxes video, where I went to like the full on history and all this stuff, where I try to get as factually correct as reasonably can without going too overboard. With to the point where I was no longer enjoying what I was doing with people like work. But whatever. I would probably be A and jump in and set the record straight, just to tell them to go fuck themselves. How dare they have an opinion that doesn't agree with mine, especially when it's that Overwatch is a better game than Team Fortress 2.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, number 5.
I think I'm reading this one.
Yeah. You go. Yeah, sorry.
If you could choose one ability, which would it be? The ability to travel anywhere or any period in history on Earth at will, past or future, or the ability to safely travel, such as on a nice ship, anywhere in the universe at will, instantly?
Wow, we already had this question of fucking Noise Boys.
Yeah, it's what? Yeah, obviously space travel. What? Why would I? What? No, this isn't even close. If I have the let me sit on this rock and let me stay on Earth and check out all this cool shit and not go fucking meet some cool alien babes and like check out like, whoa, look at that exploding star. Like, hell yeah, dude. I'm going across the universe. That's awesome. That's way better than this shitty rock.
Okay, funny enough. So, despite in my Noise Boys where I said I would love the power of teleportation just so I could teleport to work and teleport home, if I had a choice between these two, I would take excuse me, a little burp there. I would totally take time travel, and I would let that power run to my head so fast, Tad.
I guess there are some... Okay, I guess if I consider this, time travel, you can. Oh fuck! You know, actually, time travel is the intelligent man's choice because you can travel back in time and forward so much you could teach the people on Earth how to safely travel anywhere in the universe at will instantly because you
See,
can time travel.
you're thinking like that. See, I was thinking more of becoming a god. So what I was gonna do. So here's what I was gonna do. I was actually thinking of like writing a story about this. By that I mean doing nothing and just sitting around thinking about it while I'm walking my dog and stuff. About this idea of a prophet guy, and by prophet I mean a guy who has a portal and a history book. So he travels through time, teaching people history and things, and constantly changes history out of just curiosity to see like he goes back in time and stops Rome from falling, and he constantly uses the time like because an empire always like falls at some point, but he keeps delaying that for like centuries because he has power over time. He just keeps time jumping, but like he'll jump back in time, stop Rome from falling, jump back in the future. Well, okay, when did they fall this time? Jump back to that, fix it again, and see what the world would be like if, say, Rome was still around. And then it's like,
Alex,
that's interesting. Then jumps back, stops it, and then stops it and resets time back to being normal again. And he just wanted to see what it was like.
I'm pretty sure that's literally the plot of Dark Souls.
You don't time travel in Dark Souls.
No, but you're artificially extending a civilization's downfall, and you keep doing that.
That's just out of curiosity, though, because you're basically a god. You can do whatever you want.
I guess so.
So now that you saw that, let's see another civilization. Or what would happen if we never discovered this type of medicine or something? You just keep doing it because, like, to you do this in like 5 minutes. To the world, it's eons and timelines are changing. You're sitting there with like a coffee mug and a history book, so like, let's see, and then like you get like a different history book for different timelines and shit. You just keep screwing around out of pure curiosity because like whatever. To someone out there may be like, that's horrible. You can change the very foundation of history. Yes, but also I can just go fix it in 5 minutes by just going back in time before I went back there and just stopping myself. I'll just go back and be like, let's see. Well, I already know what happened there. Close the book and like, okay, let's go to a different timeline now. You just fuck it. You have the power to do everything. All you need is a book and a time fucking device, and you can totally just do whatever. You can ask any question. Would be like any death battle of what if this nation fought this nation could be answered by you and a couple of trips in the time portal until you set it up.
And also,
this power would go to my head so fast, dude. I've been thinking about it. So yes, definitely time travel, no question. I would be a guy, and like, know what I would do? I would be even worse. I would deify myself. I go to every nation. No. Check this out. Better idea. I thought of this too. So imagine you go to like ancient Egypt. You fucking put on like a fancy robe at like a Halloween store. You come in there with your book that they can't read. You're like, greetings, nerdos. Check this out. And you tell them the history of what will happen, of all the famines. You prevent them. You become like a fucking holy prophet. You get yourself a statue etched into like hieroglyphics. Now history's like, who the fuck was this guy? Then you time travel again. You go to the medieval age. You stop the Black Plague. You fucking like look like a holy man. You teleport away. Open the history book. There's an artist rendition of you. Go back in time to fucking Roman time. Make yourself like a fucking noble lord. Like you deify yourself, and they'll be like, who is this guy who keeps appearing in the books? Then they send a bunch of time cops after your ass. It's like, like, I'm telling you, man, time travel is amazing if you're an asshole enough to manipulate it. And again, like, I'm not being too evil here because I can just fix it whenever I want. How evil can I possibly be?
There's suffering that I cause. Doesn't matter because I can fix it. It's all good.
Literally, I would be Nox, but more of a selfish prick about it.
So, A, definitely time travel for you. Me, definitely E, space travel, because even if I had time powers, my end goal is to get everyone else to have space travel. So.
Well, but with time travel, you can still do that anyway. See, teleporting through space travel sounds really cool, but then you're like, yeah, but I could be a god, though.
Yeah, but I could also, like...
I'm talking Empire statues, Tad. The Colossus that was like 30 feet tall. Not only could I make that me instead, but I could also make that not fall. Like the statue that had its legs between like Greece or Mycenae, whatever the hell those two like legs were. Instead of some fucking Greek guy in armor, it would just be me with my hands on my hips, looking up into the sky. Like,
Alex, I think you're getting too into this. Let's go on to the next question.
I love this. I've been thinking about it a lot for a story. Anyway,
Who
next
was reading
question.
this question? I don't remember.
I'll just do it. If you're working on a project, something you're doing for yourself, not for anyone else, and you are obsessively focused on the end result of the project, or are you enjoying the process regardless of how it turns out? So actually, are you actually having fun with the project you're doing?
Now, I'm going to go with A. The end result is easily the most important thing. Now, that's not to say that I don't enjoy the process, but what I'm looking towards in my mind is I want this end result to be good. This is what I want to be good. I'm not, it's not that I don't enjoy the process, but I want the end result to be better by far. That's what I'm working towards. Anything I do in the process is to improve that end result.
See, I'm B. Results are very important, but I would like to enjoy it along the way too, because if you're just not having any fun, let's say look at a video game. I would like to play like say something like League of Legends well, right? And play it good. Like I'm pretty good at it, I like to think. But there's a level where I think you should like just shut up and leave me alone. Perfect example. When I was playing a game with my friend after he recently hit diamond, and it went right to his head real fast. And I remember when I stopped, I backed and bought like a BF sword and like a potion. And I tabbed out really quick because I backed, who cares? To just like look at something on like Discord. And he said, "Hey, come on, get moving." Like what? Like, well, you get the potion, you get the thing. You're supposed to move back immediately to do this. I'm like I don't want to play like a robot, asshole. I want to play the fucking video game. Fuck off. Get off my bag. Where it's like, where I'm doing it right, even if I'm like 2 seconds off, who cares,
Mm-hmm.
There's a point where you have to be able to enjoy yourself. No, like, imagine, like, if I'm time traveling around with my history book, fucking with the time ways, it's gotta be a little fun, right? I can't just only do it for the only reason of being curious. I kind of want a couple statues, Tad.
I guess so.
Next question.
Which option best describes what's more important to you? Understanding yourself or fully knowing who you are? Oh, and fully knowing who you are. I was very confused. Or thinking rationally and making strong decisions. Let's go here. That's knowing who you are or thinking rationally and making strong decisions. They're pretty much, like, those are pretty close to intertwined. Like, those are both really important. I'm going to have to go with the middle row. I'm going to go with C. I can't really decide. Like, it's important to make really important rational decisions, but at the same time, like, I do dumb shit all the time. When I play PUBG, when I play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you know what I do? I grab the crossbow. It's the shittiest weapon in the game. Why do I grab it? Because it's goofy and fun. Why do I try to ram motherfuckers down with my Jeep? Because it's goofy and fun. It's not the rational best strategy. I don't always play, like, there's a reason why I play characters
what you're saying contradicts that previous question of do you play to be maximum efficient or to have fun?
Well, that's different. I'm making something. If I'm making an end result for myself, it would be something like I'm studying for a test. It's gonna fucking suck, but the end result is I want to get a really high grade, or I want to make a podcast that's really, really good, or I want to do something like that. Something that I'm going to put all my time into to make the end result really good. And with this one, I got to go 50-50. I won't do completely idiotic things. It's like when I played Dr. Patton Normstrom in Revival, a Dungeons & Dragons Real Play podcast. I do wacky shit as Patton because playing him hyper efficiently is not fun, or doing completely irrational decisions. So he will do shit like, oh, hey, there's a racetrack. Let's go over there and go on a 4-episode tangent where Patton makes a racing car. So I'm going with C. I can't choose between those two.
I'm going to go with B, where I lean towards more understanding myself, because I'm not really the king of good decisions, as I told my stories just previously of falling asleep in class or getting fired. Clearly, fired for being lazy. I think I have a problem with being lazy. I'm not the decision king, but I do like just researching things, I guess, so I'm going to go with understanding myself. If only because out of the two options, that seems to be the one that I would lean towards if given the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 8. What idea is more interesting to you? The ability to fully understand your potential as a person, or the ability to fully understand all potential consequences of the actions before you take them?
So this sounds like two separate things. One of them is like being like a fucking Buddhist monk meditating and understanding yourself fully, like going full astral projection. The other one seems like it's pretty much like
Me with a history book and a time portal.
Yeah, so I think I know which one you're gonna go with.
Obviously, I want to know what the hell is going to happen if I do anything. Hell, if I knew that, I wouldn't have gotten fired in the first place. So yeah, we're going to go with that second one. Want to understand all consequences of my actions, no questions. But, there is actually a downside to that. There was some stupid... Was it that movie with Nicolas Cage where you could see the 2 minutes in the future, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, so it's this fucking movie where he has this power to, like, I think it was Nicolas Cage. I would look like an idiot if it wasn't. Let's just pretend it was. He has the ability to see forward 2 minutes into the future. He just kind of do. He just like flick it on. He can do it manually, right? So like what he would do is he would like gamble. He would make bets, but then make some shitty bets on purpose and lose. They kind of caught onto the fact that he like they think he's cheating because he's doing exactly what like cheaters would do anyway. But they don't know he can do the future power. So like they're looking at him with like a security camera. He's like doing the cards. Then he just stops and he looks up at the camera, and then he gets up from the table and starts walking away. They're like, shit, we gotta get him. So they try to get him, but he knows where the guards are gonna be looking for him. So like there's this one part where he just walks right behind the guard when the guard's not looking, because he knew where the guard was gonna be looking at that one given time. Or like the government's like, figuring out there's something really up with this guy. So like they're positioned out to hit him with a sniper like sleeper dart and like capture him. So he leaves his house right in front of like a post that's blocking his view, drinks some orange juice, and then walks back into the house just to fuck with them because he knows they're out there. So he's done this whole fucking thing. They're trying to get him to like find like terrorist bomb threats and shit and save people. And I don't remember how the movie ends. I just remember those two scenes because I really, really like them. Oh, and there's that other new movie where it's this guy gets like hit with like alien blood, and when you get infected like that, you get part of this hive mind that resets the day every time you die. So what happens is he gets he kills the alien, but it also kills him, and he's covered in their blood. Then he wakes back up, and he's back in his base the day before the battle, and he's just doing all this crazy stuff. Goes into the battle, he remembers it, but then gets killed by something else. Next day, does it again, and then he keeps fucking around and keeps messing with stuff every day. And sometimes he'll mess up on purpose, or when he was testing it out, when they're doing like training push-ups, he just run out of the way and again purposely get hit by a car so you can wake up and see what the hell's going on. And he just kept doing things differently a little bit every day until eventually they could beat the aliens. And it's a very interesting idea that a lot of people would really, really like. But I think this is from that Nicolas Cage movie. There's a downside to this, is that nothing in life would be fun anymore because you know everything that's going to happen anyway. Nothing to surprise. No, actually, that wasn't Danny fucking Phantom. I remember now. Way less. Okay, so there were the two in Danny Phantom. There were those two fucking girls that could see like the future. No, wait, back it up. I'm retarded. Wasn't Danny Phantom? Sorry, it was even less good of a show. It was American Dragon Jake Long. That's it. Okay, now I remember. For reals this time. Because I remember the one scene that happened at the end of this. Okay. So the evil ninja guys, the Foot Clan ripoff, want to go get these two girls. They can see the future, but each of them see positive futures and negative futures. So like the really, really happy girl sees nothing but like people dying. So even like the littlest thing makes her happy. And then the stupid emo girl sees nothing but people's happiness. So who the fuck cares? But like they can see the future. And they see the futures, and both of them, despite their attitudes, don't really like life all that much, because as the old girl, as the emo girl said, when you see everything, nothing special, who cares? She just doesn't care anymore. So say two people getting married, best thing ever to them, they're in love, everything ever, but to her, she's seen like 300 weddings in like just in the past hour. She doesn't care. It's not special. Everyone's happy. Who cares? It don't matter. None of this matters. So, like, being able to see everything still has negative connotations to it. And I went from a real tangent there, because it's a really good question. So what would you take?
I'm going to go with D, because I'm interested in seeing how much I can do. Actually, I'm going to go with B. I'm more interested in seeing how much I can do than I am in, like, knowing exactly what all my stuff's going to do. Go back to my PUBG example. I drive a car into an area full of enemies. Why? Because I want to see how many people I can hit with the car. Not because what's going to happen is I'm going to get like shot. Like I'm not thinking of the tactical advantage of taking these dudes out. I'm thinking, dude, this is gonna be sick. LMAO, watch this. That's how I am. So definitely B. I'm somewhat more interested in understanding my personal potential than I am the consequences of my actions. All right, so number nine. Number nine. Which better describes your attitude? Having great conviction in certain beliefs or ideas you're attracted to, or casting strong doubt on beliefs or ideas you dislike?
Well, I know which one I am and how much I hate Overwatch. Definitely casting doubts on beliefs I dislike.
Yep. Oh, this is kind of a tough one for me. Do I hold more tightly to things I know and think, or do I just think, hey, your thing is dumb and stupid, and here's why? It's a bit of a toughie. A little toughie question there. I'm gonna go. This is tough. Fuck. Because this one is real easy for you.
It's literally me, the question. Or the answer, sorry.
Alright, so let's use Homestuck as an example.
Of course.
So I had conviction in the author of the comic, like, all right, he's got this. It took a long time for me to realize, oh no, he's just a normal dude like me. And it takes a good amount to shake me from thinking something. So I'm gonna go with A, actually. If I strongly believe something, I'll believe it pretty well. Like the fact that Hillary Clinton is a lizard lady, Infowars.com. It's going to take a little bit to shake that off me. So yeah, A. I think I hold strong beliefs, and I'm open to them being challenged, but I'm going to go with A.
All right. Next question. When circumstances are intolerably bad, which are you more inclined to do? Come up with the best alternative or solution, and work as hard as you can to make those happen instead, or don't worry about a better alternative, burn it all down in whatever follows. You'll just deal with it as it comes, right?
Ooh-wee.
Ooh, okay, this question's a little more on the nose than the previous ones. So, imagine you had a book that was a history book and a time portal, and you just kind of start burning it all down and whatever follows. See, I'm really focused on an idea. I'm just trying to think of what kind of outfit would I wear to appeal to these people. Would I have one so I can be consistently drawn in each artistic book? Or would I try to match their cultures to better blend in and so they'll listen to me? But anyway, would I just deal with it as it comes?
Burn it down?
No, because that's really, really crazy. That's like the edgelord answer. I don't care that much. I'm more kind of sitting around complaining about it like an old man.
Because remember, the question's asking if you're in a situation that is intolerably bad. You can't sit there and deal with it. You have to get out of there.
I have to I would probably just leave. There's no real point of sitting around waiting for Jeffy to make his game better. I'll just go leave and play TF2 and maybe in the future it'll get better, but I don't have to sit here and I don't have to sit here forcibly playing this bad game I don't like and waiting for it to get better. I'll just wait for it to get better without playing it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna go with... I honestly am gonna go with, D. Get out as soon as possible, but not averse to considering alternatives. Hey, they patched the game and it got better. Haha, we're back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with A. I'm not doing a single goddamn thing until I have a better solution in place. Well, a good example for this would be if I'm moving somewhere. I'm not going to just wing it. I'm going to... When I moved 2 towns away, I didn't even consider moving until I had a job lined up, until I had apartments taken out. And then, Alex, why are you making so much goddamn noise in that room?
Because my dog wants to come in my room, dude. Welcome to having a fucking dog.
What a bitch.
Yeah, well, that's what editing's for. And luckily you're talking, not me, so it works.
So, yeah. Gonna go with A. I'm not gonna do a goddamn thing until I have a battle plan of what I'm going to do. So, I think I'm reading 11. I need to start paying attention to these.
Yeah,
if you see someone suffering, are you most inclined to do whatever you can to help them get better? or is your instinct to relate to their suffering, to empathize without necessarily considering how you can help? So are you going to actually help someone or say, nah, dude, it's really good. I'm not really good at helping you, but I feel sorry for you. So I'm leaning towards like empathizing. I'm not really great at helping. I'm generally overcome with other feelings related to their suffering. I don't go that far. I would go with D. My first impulse is be oh, dude, that fucking sucks. I mean, I can help you out. You know, if you need any help, let me know. You know, I'd be there to help you out with something. It's definitely D.
Well,
because it seems like it's more of a I'm gonna help you out and like that's all I'm worried about, or hey dude, that sucks, you know, I can help, I guess.
I'm gonna go with D as well, because like if I was paying attention, I'd be like, well, that kind of sucks. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, that would be if like D is where it's like, oh shit, let me think of solutions to help you out. E is like, oh, that sucks. Or C, I guess. She's like, oh, that sucks, but sucks to suck, dude. I don't know what you want me to do about it.
Exactly.
D is actively offering help to someone.
Yeah, but so is like A. Like they're all about helping no matter what. So I'm gonna go with just C, just because like it really just depends on the situation. But for the most part, when it comes to a lot of people's problems, you can't do anything anyway. So who really cares? Question mark. I just say is why should I? Question mark. Like you could sit here and do this, but like, what do you actually want me to get done for you? Anyway, next question. When someone suffers misfortune so terrible that you know there is nothing anyone can do for them, hey, what a coincidence. Are you most inclined to feel horrible that nothing can be done, or feel resigned to the sense that this is the way of the world and some things just can't be helped? What a coincidence. No, let me get my dog out again. There we go. I just pushed him out. I don't want to deal with him.
You fat fucking dog.
You know what he did? He fucking scratches the door, so I open it. Then he goes back into my room. I just sits down. Then I close the door. Then he gets back up and he wants to just open. So I just opened it and just shoved him out.
But hey, Aleks, that's the way of the world, and some things just can't be helped.
Okay. So what I would do if there's just nothing that can help, like both of these, you're giving up. Just like how the other one we always stay motivated, this one you're always just going to give up. You either feel horrible that nothing can be done, or you just accept it. It's basically, do you feel bad about it, or you just accept that things suck? I would accept that things suck because I already have.
I don't know, the way you said that tickled my funny bone.
Fucking, what would you do, Tad?
Like, if someone is like, oh man, I'm homeless now because... let's okay, so an example that wouldn't be their fault, or something like that. Or a better example, something is their fault. Someone...
So imagine that your friend Alex got fired from Walmart for taking off too much.
Yeah. I would be like... Well, because this is something that, like, there's nothing I can do. Which is pretty much that. Like, I was like, hey, Alex, here's some advice, I guess. But I didn't feel, like, absolutely horrible about it. Because, like, I'm not an irrational 16-year-old who reads Homestuck. I'm gonna go with... So something really, really bad happens to someone. Like, well, D, likely would feel somewhat resigned. Like, that sucks. I'm gonna think of some ways to help, but nah, it's not realistic that I could really do anything for you.
Okay, so I submitted my answer already. So check this out. I am an aspect of time.
Ooh, oh no. No one man should have all that power.
Let me just get my book real fast. So long, suckers.
So Aleks, tell me about time.
The time-bound are born fighters. Yeah, okay. They lead lives of struggle, valuing action over acceptance, always striving to overcome obstacles and achieve the impossible. If you've got a problem, they are ready to solve it. You will learn more about that when it means to be time-bound when you see the results of the test. Which I think is bullshit, because my last question I just said is, I give up, I don't care. That's just the way the world is. That's just the way it is on this bitch of an earth. Picture of Luigi.
Now, and this actually kind of surprised me, my aspect is hope. The hope-bound hold deep convictions and are quick to aid those in need. They desire change for the better and will put their substantial imaginations to use to dream up a better future. So, I'll learn more about the final results, so I guess I'll reveal my true sign.
Let's do it. Do it. Nice.
I got Geminius, which looks like an Olympic gold medal. Yeah, okay. So if your true sign is fuck, that's hard to say. Then you possess the unique combination of qualities held by all gold signs, prospect dreamers, and the hope bound.
Nice. I got Larry's, which I guess is a combination of Leo and Aries. Hey, what a coincidence! I like both the Peta and Aradia. Sign of the Tenacious. If your true sign is Aries, then you possess the unique combination of the qualities held by all olive signs, Durst Dreamers, and Time Bound. Also, it looks kind of like a tadpole.
Oh, damn it! I should have got that one. But hey, I got the Olympic gold medal. But that was that definitely was that was a test.
Oh, I like this one. Olive signs have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. Yeah, swap that around with wrong, and that'll be me. All right.
Ooh boy. There's a whole bunch of really, really long text here. I'm not gonna read all.
I don't care. It don't matter. None of this matters. It's how it is on this bitch of an earth.
So yeah, I am Geminius, and Aleks is, what was yours again? Aries.
Larry's Leo Aries combined, I guess. Like
yeah, Larry's the lobster. And yeah, that'll do it for this bonus, boys. It was a lot of fun, and look for Homestuck sometime this month. We'll probably have that coming up on Wednesday, or if this episode comes out after Wednesday, you're welcome. Anyway, Aleks, I've been trying to think of outro stuff to make it more like a podcast. We gotta have ourselves a fun little catchphrase.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking.
What do you mean you've been thinking about it? Someone asked you about it in the last Patreon question thing.
Aleks, shut up. Anyway, I'm thinking mine might be I absolutely hate Homestuck. And what do you hate, Aleks?
I hate Overwatch.
I hate Homestuck, and you hate Overwatch. And most important, I hate you, Aleks.
You